Hello everyone, today I would like to introduce you to the Forbid movement in Korea. I hope that understanding what the Forbid movement is, its development history, and the correct influence can help us better view this feminist movement. We hope that more people will understand it, eliminate prejudices, and allow everyone who is interested to join in. We will approach this topic from many aspects to help you understand what you didn't know before. Have you ever come across this statement on social media? I cannot allow my body to give birth to a life that, in fact, behind it lies a deep reflection on traditional gender roles and value in Korean society. Like China, Korea has also been deeply influenced by Confucian patriarchal values which often view women as subordinate to men. However, with the globalization of feminism, Korean women has gradually begun to question these traditional notions, calling for more excellent equal social studies. One prominent expression of this struggle is the rise of the feminist movement known as the Forbid movement in Korea. This movement represents Korean women's desire for freedom and independence. In simple terms, the Forbid movement advocates for rejecting dating, rejecting marriage, rejecting childbirth, and rejecting heterosexual relationships. According to Yuki Burden, this movement emerged in South Korea in the middle 2010s, initially gaining traction on social media platforms and gradually evolving into a feminist movement with significant social impact. Its origins can be traced back to deep-rooted contradictions arising from persistent gender inequality and patriarchal culture in Korean society, which include a significant gender pay gap and high rate of intimate relationship violence. Moreover, the persistent culture of male superiority in Korean society has further driven women to use the Forbid movement as a way to express dissatisfaction and resistance. There are many different contexts that have impacted women's rights in South Korea. We will be talking about the cultural, educational, and economic influence. For centuries, Confucianism was the backbone of traditional Korean society, especially during the Joseon dynasty. Influenced by Neo-Confucianism, a strict system of male superiority and female inferiority was established. Their worth was tied to their obedience, to their father before marriage, to their husbands after marriage, and to their sons if they were widowed. This principle, known as the Three Obedience, was ingrained in laws and social norms through texts like the Jungle Dodian, Korean's national code. But things began to shift in the late 19th and early 20th centuries when Western ideas like liberalism and Christianity were introduced. This cultural clash between Confucianism and Western influence led to a gradual questioning of traditional gender norms. Education is another area where we see a remarkable transformation. In the Joseon dynasty, women's education was strictly limited to training for moral and family responsibilities. This started to change during the Japanese colonial period. Women were being educated to support the colonial economy. It gave women access to primary education for the first time. Christian schools went a step further, promoting ideas of gender equality along with the basic literacy. After the Korean War, the government launched policies to make education universal, giving both boys and girls equal access. By the 1960s, education had become a tool for economical development, and more women began pursuing higher education. Today, feminist societies in universities are actively advocating for change, creating space for women to speak out against discrimination. Since women in the traditional era has no access to independent economic resources, this stressed their dependence on men. The industrialization of 1960s marked a turning point. Manufacturers recruit female workers. For many women, it was their first test of financial independence. Fast forward to today, and the picture looks very different. With South Korea's shift to a service and knowledge economy, women now work in fields like education, healthcare, teach, and even leadership roles in politics and business. In recent decades, Korean society has made significant progress toward gender equality, yet challenges persist. Understanding the history and the current state of feminist movement is crucial to envisioning its future impact. Korean women's rights awareness began in the 1960s with the rise of democracy. Key movements like the 2018 Me Too movement, highlighting gender-based violence and workplace discrimination. In 2020, the For No's movement challenged traditional gender norms and family structures. However, persistent issues include gender wage gap. South Korean women are earning 63% of what men earn. Cultural resistance. Women continue to take no more household responsibilities. Social actions. Movements against issues like sex crimes in women and the women's independence movement reflect society's fight against gender inequality but also for anti-feminist opposition. Looking ahead, women's rights in South Korea could experience technological and social change. Female entrepreneurship and the digital economy offer women greater flexibility and financial independence, while tech can help combat online gender-based violence. Political and social reform increased female political participation will shape proactive gender equality policies, and education will shift societal perceptions of gender. However, potential challenges include social divisions. Growing anti-feminist voice may escalate gender confrontation. Political explosion. Gender issues could be used for political leverage, deepening social divisions. Now let's look how the movement has influenced Korean media and K-pop. Feminism has reshaped creative works, particularly in K-pop, a global platform for feminist ideas. K-pop promotes women's autonomy and self-expression through music, dance, fashion, and idol culture. Songs like G-Idol's Nude challenges stereotypes and celebrates diverse female identities, while Girls Never Die by Triple S and Queendom by Red Velvet empower women with confidence. Korean television and film are increasingly incorporating feminist themes. Examples include the film Kim Jam-yam, born 1982, and the novel Brain Night. The novel Brain Night explores the lives of four generous women, looking at their friendships, struggles, and emotions. Kim Jam-yam, born 1982, based on the feminist novel of the same name. depicts the challenges faced by an ordinary woman. Both works have sparked public discussions, bringing gender issues and feminism into the spotlight. While the widespread of feminist ideas has brought positive attention, it has also had some negative effects. Productions or idol groups promoting feminism often receive significant attention and support, which brings financial benefits. However, the commercialization of feminist themes can dilute the movement's political power. Companies often commodify feminist symbols without making any real change, and extreme or one-sided portrayals can lead to misunderstandings of feminism. Traditional media and social playing fields tend to be conservative or patriarchal. 4B activists use the media, especially social media and independent media platforms, to bypass mainstream media censorship or misunderstanding, express their own positions, and establish a rebellious voice space. Social media such as YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter has the characteristics of fast transmission speed, wide audience, and strong interactive, which allows the movement concept to spread quickly and trigger more response and participation from women. Media platforms can carry a variety of content forms such as videos, pictures, and text, making the 4B movement not only the dissemination of ideas, but also a visual expression of resistance. For example, short videos, vlogs, protest pictures, and texts strengthen the sense of identity and establish community belonging. The popularity of media tools allowed individuals to become disseminators and actors. Decentralized communication makes the movement no longer dependent on traditional organizations and make it easier for ordinary women to join and speak out. Mainstream public opinion often stigmatized the 4B movement as extreme and anti-male. Media use allows the movement to actively define itself, fight back against public opinion, claim its position, and create a more real and diverse public image. We hope that this video will give you a deeper understanding of feminism in Korean society and inspire you to think about gender equality.